Okay, the next slide, I'm going to have to, you'll see at the base there's a little bar, and you'll see on social media at the moment, lots of people are starting to have this little progress bar that shows you how long is left on the video. Considering people only have an attention span of maybe 5 seconds on social media right now, and they don't necessarily know how long your videos are when you're watching them or when you're dishing them out on social media, if you have a little indicator at the bottom that's a bit of a progress bar that they can see as a visual cue, they're more likely to watch that film to the end. And the reason why is because if they're watching it for 5 seconds and maybe it's a 15-second clip or a 30-second clip, they can see what the end looks like. So they might actually watch it a little bit longer. Whereas if they start watching it and they're bored now, or they're just switching off. So these little indicators are really, really good practice to put into your content and your social media platforms. Another thing to think about on social media is if you're producing content for Facebook, if you're going to use the same content for Instagram, Instagram works well when it's square, so it will crop some of your image. So think about the composition when you're filming or when you're producing content for the different channels and how that works. But the indication bar, branding your content, is a great way of getting your audience engaged and watching your content to the end. They do say, and I've said in the media space I was in before, the average attention span of a child is that of their age. Now the attention span is so short, so you have 5 seconds, if not less. And we've also talked about neurolinguistic programming, audio-visual kinesthetic, how we learn. So if I said, how many streets are here? Bomb, 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 bomb. A musician registers bomb, 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 bomb. I ask a question, you have to come back with an answer. And so how many streets are here? Bomb, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and visual you see. But in social media now, you're losing the audio because a lot of people actually aren't clicking through to listen. So you will probably have to subtitle your content too. So think about that. Is your content subtitled? Have a think. On the next slide, just write some notes on what you're currently doing and what you could do better, and have a look at who else is doing social media and the type of things that they're pushing out there that is successful, and then you can replicate that success.